Yamaya lodo, kai kai kai. Accessu lodo, kai kai kai. Yamaya lodo, kai kai kai. Accessu lodo, kai kai kai. Yamaya lodo, kai kai kai. Accessu lodo, kai kai kai. Yamaya lodo, kai kai kai. Accessu lodo. Hey! Kai kai, Yamaya lodo, kai kai kai. Accessu lodo, kai kai kai. Yamaya lodo, kai kai kai. Accessu lodo. Welcome, Yamaya. Welcome, Yamaya. Woo!
Exactly that. So our subject this week is dance, and so shall it be. And I am honored to have Keita here, who literally danced her heart away in ceremony. And when I saw her all week dancing, I said, you are going to share what it means to dance, and so shall it be.
That's
So
right.
welcome.
Thank you.
Tell us about your dance of life.
Wow, it really has been a dance of life. So dance has been with me from 4 years old. And particularly in dance here at Rythmia and ceremony was really powerful. It was part of my discharge and also part of my integration and part of my visions, right? So visions are not always like we think about eyes, right? There's embodiment.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you truly, through the dance, throughout the night, you embodied, as I like to say, your prayers in motion.
Yes.
So tell us about that.
Wow. So just really listening to the music and spirit. In those moments, I'm really like to believe I'm channeling love, divine energy, and allowing my body to just simply move into whatever is coming through. And it looks different in different situations because of different cultures, different sounds, different music. But I have like this chameleon ability to, excuse me, be able to pick up whatever the vibration. I don't have to know the words. I don't have to know the language, but I can pick up that through the movement, through the embodiment of that.
Amazing, amazing.
Yeah.
So your history with dance, as you said, you've been dancing since you're 4 years old, and we actually share that in common.
Yes.
I started dancing when I was 4 years old, and I'm
Yeah.
sure we also both started dancing in our mother's womb.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes. My mom used to talk about her jazz records and her music from the Caribbean. She didn't play a lot of it, but so she would dance with me in her womb. Yes.
Yes, yes. So we've been dancing for
Yes.
lifetimes, both of us.
Yes.
And we both have a passion for dance. And another thing that we share is that we never really got the steps.
Right.
So in modern jazz, ballet, tap, you learn, as you know, the steps.
The sequences.
And yes, the sequences. And both Keita and I share that from a very young age, we really love the free flow of movement.
Yes.
So,
in fact, that was challenging being dyslexic, but it was undiagnosed. So I didn't know. I just thought I had 2 left feet. And what type of career could I have as a dancer? Because I can't do the sequencings across the floor, right? The routines. But I still stuck into it. And then that translated into, in the 80s, into performance art, where that was a new freedom of the body as an expression of an art form that wasn't necessarily tied to any dance movement. So we were doing things like they call them flash mobs now, but back then there was a movement called pedestrians, and we dressed up in pedestrian things that would show up at sites and be, the pedestrians, the little the black silhouettes you see in the sign. So you would show up in these public things and just do these pedestrian stuff. And then there was other places underground in Williamsburg, the mustard seed factory. I belonged to a group called the Fly Trap. Um, so there was dance, and then of course danceteria. So I hung out in the 80s. You may not have known, but I had a mohawk, and I was downtown with the Limelight, Save the Robot, danceteria. I was an elevator girl and bus girl. And so there, the punk scene, the dance scene, that was like for years, that was the big piece. And that was another freedom of dance in addition to the performance art.
So from the jungles of Brooklyn, New York, to the jungles of Costa Rica here at Rythmia.
Yeah.
Tell us more in depth your dance this week, your journey.
Yeah. So, and it's funny because it is like journey dance, right? The dance was, it was what I realized when I was going through my, I guess my experience sometimes were tough, right? Like everyone has it, right? And yes, we were doing breath work and stuff, but then my body would say, yours is dance, like dance the joy, dance through the discomfort. I was really focusing on my solar plexus. So really being able to like use that when my stomach started to feel nauseous, for example, and just being able to woo, I guess the word is kind of woo, but it's like a gentle comforting of it, and just allowing that movement to get gyrate, get bigger. And then at times just, at first I was a little shy, like go up, and I said, no, baby, you're in the spirit. Everybody's in the spirit. So let's go, like just go channel what you do. And there was nice to see other people such as yourself and dancing. And that just really made it even more inviting and luscious and beautiful. And that's when I was like, yeah, dance is a big part for some people, the integrating the experience of the ayahuasca, right? Yeah.
So I witnessed you channel spirit on the cosmic dance floor in ceremony. And at Rythmia, we have 3 questions that we go into ceremony with.
Yes.
And I would love you, and let's actually move this away because it's making a little bit of noise. I would love you to close your eyes right now. And I want you to tune in to that 3rd question of healing the heart.
Definitely. So, all this dancing led up to something that's really important in terms of not just merging, but healing. And that was yesterday at the end when, I don't know the name of the dog, the black dog, came up to me at the end of the
Galaxy.
Galaxy came up to me at the end of the dance this morning. We were just getting ready to circle up and really just walked over to me and kissed me. And then went and laid on my bed. Now, I bring this up because all that movement and all that stuff getting out, I'm allergic to dogs. And so when I first witnessed that there was a dogs on the side, I was like, but I moved and moved and moved and moved. And so at the end, she came up to me to tell me it's done. Like, it's done. Don't even worry about it. I got you. Kiss, kiss, kiss. You're fine. And then she laid on my bed.
So I have to just say, all week we were making sure that the dogs, Galaxy and forgot her, Akela, that they would not interrupt your journey.
Right.
And so to hear that this morning you were greeted by Galaxy and you could have her embrace you, not only embrace you.
She kissed me. And I saw her coming, I just softened, and I was like, okay. And then she came out, she was like, and then I was like, wow. She's like, yeah, it's done. And that's when I knew. I was like, okay, I think I can have dogs now.
That's a major miracle, right?
Yeah.
How many years have you been allergic to dogs?
A majority of my life, I've always been asthmatic. I've been working through the idea of that allergies means you're allergic to life. Food allergies, environmental allergies, animals. So this was really a big breakthrough. And I believe all that was big part of my embodiment was not only just father fire too, working with that, but coming into the space and being able to just move and shake and all that stuff. Um, so something came through in alignment.
I just see you moving and shaking, and as you were talking about the rhythms of your life, and
Mhm.
just so much movement this week for you, right?
Yeah.
And so in this dance this week, how are you going to take this dance home?
Whew, well, I actually hold a dance group for women back in Maine. It's a combination of journey and static and 7 rhythms. It's just my own little flow, and I call it somatic liberation. Uh, who knew? A somatic liberation dance sets. They're 90 minutes. So I already was thinking when I come back, I'm going to start integrating some ayahuasca music so I can bring back that piece, because the other piece about the dance in this weekend that was really important is it helped me stay in my own lane, right? Because I'm empathic, I'm always running and moving, being pulled the people. So the dance really helped me to stay in my own light, in my own lane, while other bodies were doing whatever they needed to do through their experience.
You know, Keita, you were a big catalyst for people to get up and dance.
I didn't know that.
Because you really you embodied it. You embodied it, and there was such a divine flow through you of energy that was moving.
Mm.
You know, and you came to the center of the altar and you used your body as a prayer.
Yeah.
And so what can you inspire people who are watching this right now and say, oh no, I can't dance?
Oh, you can dance. Yeah, I mean, and the truth is when you're in your experience, the body dances you. You're not dancing the body. The body dances you, and it's what I learned from Kim's workshop in the what's the mirror.
The answer is
The
you.
answer is you. It's like just show up with the intention to be willing to dance, and then let the body show you how. Right?
Yes. So how would you embody a yes right now? What would be that movement for people to be inspired by? Yes.
The heart.
The heart.
So just leading, and that was really how it's actually, that's really how it started. I would sit there and be palpitating, and then using the breath work. And as it started to get bigger, then I would just like start to get up, and if I needed help to get up, whatever. And then I would just follow that into the dance floor. But it started by the heart. So if someone has an intention to willing to dance, I would say start with tapping the heart. Just that willingness to like, I'm going to show up for my dance and we'll see what happens. And that's, like you said, that embodiment of that prayer. And it's also that negotiation with you through the experience that I got you, like I got me.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. Wow.
Yeah.
So powerful.
Yeah.
So do you feel in your body more free after this week?
I do. I've been walking around even more heart open. And I think a lot of times too, with my asthma, there's something called asthma shoulders, where the tendency is to kind of cave, right? And it's like it's a protective stance. So this dance, just keeping reminding myself, open heart. You manifest that, you work that. And so just walk. It's not like like high sternum. It's just, oh yeah, we worked this through. This is my power. Yeah. And so walking through that, and again, that also just reminds me to stay in my own lane, in my lane of life, in terms of shining love and light, so other people can have space to show up for themselves without me fixing. Like sometimes you, oh, I want to be a fixer, but you gotta give people space to do their thing. So that exercise is really, that's my take back to life. The dance, the lifted, the open heart, and it's helping me to stay in my lane.
Thank you so much for sharing your
Yeah.
bright light, the rhythm of your heart, the dance of your life.
Thank
Really
you.
such an honor.
Thank you for inviting me to come. So I appreciate that.
So we opened up with a Yemanja chant. Do you want to share about that prayer, what it means?
Yeah, so you know, Yamaya Asesu Yamaya, Yamaya Olodo, Alodo Yamaya Go. So Yamaya is the ocean mother, and she has 3 layers. Yamaya is big, Asesu means the top ways, and Lodo is the deep wound, the secrets, the mysteries, right? And so she is they call her the ocean, the embryonic fluid of life. And so the waves are her hips, and her colors are blue, indigo blue, and white. And these shells that we were, that's a big, yeah. This is her instrument.
Shall we close with her song? You want to get up?
Yeah. Okay. Yamaya Sasu, Asesi Yamaya, Yamaya Olodo, Olodo Yamaya, Yamaya Sasu, Sasu Yamaya, Yamaya Olodo, Olodo Yamaya. So I hope next time you come to Rythmia, you find your dance and let your body dance you.
Ashe. Ashe. Aho. Thank you, everyone. See you at Rythmia on the Cosmic Dance Floor.